Today I'm going to show you how to make some earrings out of little scraps of fabric. And those fabric can be out of a piece of garment that you want to get rid of, a favorite pair of pants, a top, piece of baby clothing, just to make a memory and to keep it forever. Isn't that cute? So what we're going to do is we're going to use here some copper wire, 26 gauge, copper wire, 20 gauge. You can actually use silver or gold, but I like the look of the copper. And we're going to use some 6mm crystal beads. Well, they're glass beads, but they got that pretty crystal look. And just pieces of fabric. Okay? So right now what we're going to do is we will take and set aside 2 of the beads. Okay? We're going to be using those in a little bit. And then what we're going to do is sort of, let's figure out, let's try and find 2 pieces that are, of course they're not going to be identical, but about the same size. I think maybe those 2. And we're going to get our copper wire, and I got some wire cutters, and I have my pointed pliers, round nose pliers, and then I have these, it's just to grab wire when I have to without marring it. So we're going to take a piece of the copper wire, and the way we're going to measure it is we're going to take this and we're going to roll it. So we want to get this, the length plus 1/2 inch on the top, 1/2 inch on the bottom. And because the other earring or the other piece of fabric is about the same size, we're going to cut 2 pieces. 2 pieces. And I'm not measuring it because I'm just measuring it against the fabric itself. And just to prepare and be ready, we're going to take, let's see if I can find the end here. We're going to take about, maybe about 8 inches of this one here. Okay, let me pause this and find the end. Okay, I found. So we're going to take about 8 inches. Okay, and I'm going to cut that once. I'm going to take and measure it. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to roll this over the fabric over the wire, because we don't want to have to struggle to get it on. And what I'm going to do is fold that. So you have to get a little bit, just like when you're wrapping wire, get a little bit in there to grasp. And then you're just going to roll, roll, roll. And we want that fringe look. So whatever is there, whatever's hanging out, that's what we want. What we're going to do on one side is take our round nose and we're going to create our loop here. Make sure you close that. Just realized I was off camera. Okay, you close that. Then you're going to do the same thing here. Straighten that out. See that? Okay, then you're going to take what is your wire, your skinny 26, and you're sort of going to fold it in the middle. And that's because you're going to wrap now around and around to the top, and around to the bottom. Then you're going to come back up with the one you just went down with. And just try and get that wire down. And this is just supposed to have a fun look, so it doesn't really matter how you wrap it. If you get it to the top, you can always put it right under that loop and just twist it for security right there. See? Okay, so that's one. Now we're going to take and do our other one. So you take your 20 gauge, fold the fabric over, and you wrap and roll. Wrap and roll, wrap and roll. Hold it in place. Get your round nose. Do your little loop there. Straighten it out. Come to the other side. Do your little loop. Straighten it out. Okay, there you go. Take your 26 gauge, about halfway. You're going to wrap up. Come back down. If you want, maybe you should make it to that loop like I did. You don't have to use your nails. You can always use your tools to do that. Wrap it up. Come back down. This one's barely going to make it around, but we'll get it there. Okay, see? They're each different, they're each cute. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to fiddle again with the end here. What we're going to do with this is we're going to take now maybe about 3 to 4 inches. Double that because we got a pair. Cut it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create our little head pin here. If you've never done this, sometimes it takes a little bit. Take the tip and you're going to spin. Let me catch that again. See? Catch it there. I've lost my whole balance here. Okay, I'm going to take it and we're going to spin and spin. And we're going to turn it at least 3 to 4 times. And all we want to do is coil the tip. Because once we coil that tip, we're creating that little head. And then you're going to turn your wire, bend it into that little hole. You see that? It's not coming in. There you go. Bend that in. Pull it through. And help it follow through into that little coil. Because that's actually going to be what holds the bead. We're not trying to go out and buy pieces of wire we don't need. We can learn to create anything we want. So let me try and pull this through a little bit. That's good enough. Then we're going to put in our bead. See? It's being held right there. Then we're going to take our bottlenose, we're gonna circle that around. Then we're gonna twist this. Wire wrap that. And you can take it off. You can work like that. Be better, you can do it like that. And if you have an end, you can either cut it or just wrap it in. Let me see. Keep getting off the view here, but let me show you that. You see it? See how cute? So now we're going to take this, which is our fabric bead we just made. We're going to open that up. We're going to slide that on. See? Cutesy. Okay, one more to go. So again, let's see if I can show you guys this one better. I'm going to take and twirl. Take, got that going down. Do it this way. Take and twirl. And 3 to 4 times. Okay, then we're going to take this, remember, bend it over, and in, see, pull it out, and you have to sort of help it. Now what we're trying to do is create the head pin for that bead to stay in there. Then you're going to take and put this on. We're going to make this I know I'm not really explaining it, but hopefully you see it. Okay, and just twist that wire around the bottom, secure your little loop, and you want to wrap it as much as you want, because you don't have to wrap it as much as I do, but I like the way the wire looks around. And I'm going to take this and try and fit it in. Get my other tool and work with it. See? So what do we do now? We get our little bead, which is hiding from me. Then we twist it. Put that on. There you go. Cutes. Everything is cutes to me. Okay, and then what we're going to do is take about 2.5 inches, I guess, of our 20 gauge. Once again, 1, 2, because we're making a pair. We're going to take a pen. And what we're going to do now is wrap. See what I'm doing? Wrap this around the pen. See? Then we're going to take our bottlenose, and on the longer end, we're going to do our loop. And then we're going to take and just kink this up just a little bit. Kink up the other one just a little bit. We're going to twist this open. And there's your memory earring, if that's what you want to make it of. You know, I mean, it could be anything. Piece of fabric that you find that you just think is too beautiful to pass up, and you don't even have to buy the whole thing. You buy a swatch. Then you do it again to the other one. And close that up. Isn't that pretty? You could actually give those as gifts. Very cheap to make. Very cheap, very pretty. Look at that. My favorite part is that little bead. Aside from the fact that these were a pair of jeans once. I don't know whose jeans, but who cares? Look what they made. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks for watching.